Module 4, Objective 2, describe the constituents and understand the organization of skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscles not only contain skeletal muscle tissue, but also the connective tissues, the vasculature, and the nervous supply that feed those muscles. Skeletal muscles have extensive vascular networks, so there's a lot of blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients, as well as help remove any metabolic waste products associated with metabolism. Skeletal muscles contract only when stimulated by the central nervous system. So these are called voluntary muscles because we have to signal these muscles to contract via our nervous system. The only exception to that rule is the diaphragm. This is a skeletal muscle that works subconsciously. In considering muscles, there's 3 layers of connective tissues associated with muscles. There is the epimysium, epi refers to being above, the perimysium, that is in the middle, and the endomysium, found deep. And while each of these terms have bullet points associated with them, I'm going to jump to this image. It's a little easier to follow. So if you were to consider an entire muscle, and we have one here at the top, the entire muscle is going to be covered with the epimysium. This is a layer of connective tissues that sort of coat and cover and separate the muscle from surrounding tissues. If you look at that muscle, you can see that it's made up of the structures that are called muscle fascicles, these little rounded structures located within the muscle proper. Here we see a muscle fascicle pulled out and enlarged, and the fascicle is surrounded by the perimysium. This is that middle layer of connective tissue that surrounds and separates the fascicle from surrounding tissues. If you've ever had roast beef and you notice the strings within that meat fiber, those are fascicles. And then lastly, if you look at a fascicle, again, you can see the compartmentalization of these other structures. These other structures are individual muscle fibers seen down here at the bottom. So a fascicle is comprised of a number of muscle fibers, and the muscle fibers are covered by the endomysium. Again, this third tier of connective tissue that surrounds and separates the individual muscle fibers from their neighbors. Collagen fibers of the epi, peri, and endomysium, they come together at the ends of the muscles to form tendons. Tendons are going to then connect that particular muscle to the bone. So here we have a muscle called the gastrocnemius, which is our calf muscle, and all of those connective tissues are going to contribute collagen fibers, which will ultimately form the tendon, in this case the Achilles tendon or the calcaneal tendon, and that's going to then connect the muscle, the gastrocnemius, to the heel bone, one of the tarsals. Tendons are bundles of these connective tissues. Sometimes these connective tissues form flat sheets, and a flat sheet is referred to as an aponeurosis. We have a very large aponeurosis covering the top of our cranium that is going to connect the 2 lobes of the frontal occipital muscle.